Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday and welcome into Zelda Speedruns. Today we've got qualifier number 20 for the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Season 8 tournament. Tracking today, we've got Lady Draco, Bathan Ainsley, Virgil Dante 100, and Tomaltalk. And on commentary, we have Daredevin X and Okishi and maybe Kyrie Strongbum joining at some point. I'm going to hand it over to the two of them. Enjoy the race, everyone.
Hey, everyone.
Thank you, Golden. Devin, dude, this is it.
This is the final one.
This is it. We're at the final qualifier, dude. Wow. So we have 4 people on Restream today that have something somewhat on the line here. We have ATZ, who's currently in 32nd. Can be knocked out of that top 32. We do have a couple of players, even not on Restream, that can bump up with this final qualifier. We got Ryo Kane, who needs to get rid of a 0 score to bump themselves up possibly into the top 32. And J-Bone, who is looking to keep their score secured in the top 32. And Volk's pretty much set at this point.
Yeah, it took us a while to get here. It has been a couple of weeks of grinding the game and praying to the randomizer gods or whoever you believe in to not get like really bad seeds. And like I've not been following that much. I've only played 2 and I forfeited 2 of them. They were really bad for me, but there's a lot worse been going on that I have not been following. Let's hope this isn't too bad.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a Prelude start with a light med start. That's pretty good, honestly. Prelude, good for the movement, especially as child.
I was gonna say with the child spawn being random and you don't have quick access to the foolish hints at Temple of Time, that Prelude got that covered. That's actually really nice. It's like, I remember back in like season 3 or whatever when people were like, why do we get Prelude? This is so useless. And now look at everyone. Prelude is a really good song with random spawns. We've come a long way.
Yeah, well, it looks like we're about to get started here. We're going to see what kind of shenanigans we get into today. What kind of child start.
Where are we going to drop? Oh, well, that's as vanilla as it gets. That's kind of nice, though.
We moved a couple houses down. Okay. Well, I mean, at least as soon as you're done getting your song, you could just head on. Okay, we got early bomb chews in Midos.
Bomb chews. And a fish.
Oh,
okay.
The emotional support fish.
Yeah, bomb chews is really nice. We don't know how many yet. It could be the 5-pack, which is basically the same as having none sometimes. Because, like, I mean, you could like with the spawn position, you could do a couple checks in Lost Woods, and then scum you choose. You're gonna go get the song anyway, but looks like this is like one of the more famous openers with like you want to go to your Epona song first, and then you can still warp back to Kokiri, I suppose. I don't know if you actually want to skip the meadow here. You can warp out of the back of Lon Lon, play Prelude, check your foolish hints.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that in particular. That way, at least you know if Lost Woods is foolish or not.
Yeah, that's like one of the we actually got. Yeah, Volk checked the hints, but I only saw the last one. It says something about Ice Cavern.
Yeah, so Valley, Lake Hylia, and Inside Ganon's Castle are all foolish.
Okay, Inside Ganon's Castle really doesn't tell you that much. At least early on. It's just... No, that hint doesn't really matter too much, I believe. Valley is like... Valley has a low chance of having something anyway. Lake is really nice. And what I really like is the combination of Lake and Valley. Because you then just never go there as child. You can just head straight to adulthood if you want to. Although it makes
and
it
then-
kind of hard to, like, if we don't get Serenade, it kind of makes it hard to set Scarecrow for, like, potentially Fire Temple or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're not getting Serenade, of course, yeah. That was a Rudo's letter on the bridge scrub, and the hint right next to it also said bottom of the well is over to Twin Rova. Or
Bottom
path
of the
to
well.
Twin Rova, yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
It depends on
And-
where Storms is, of course, but
Yeah.
that's a big if. Big if.
I can't wait to
That's
see.
the 10 pack, by the way. The 10 pack choose. That's quite good. Like, a 10 pack can carry you quite far. If you manage.
Oh.
Hold on. Yeah, it was
Oh.
Twin Rover. I was.
Yeah.
Oh, I mixed up Twin Rover and Volvagia for some reason.
No, that's okay. Yeah, as long as we don't get like a Song of Storms is on Ocarina of Time, then
Yeah.
that hint's pretty good. I mean, even then, that hint's pretty good because it tells you right away, but...
Still depends on what. Okay, we can. Jabu, Spirit, DC, Shadow, Deku.
Okay.
So fire, water, forest. No. Fire, water, forest. No, am I stupid? Hold on.
No, yeah, that's right.
That's it.
Yeah, fire, water, forest are our stones.
Fire, water are not necessarily too bad. Forest is where it gets tough though, because it's really linear, it's really long, and it's a huge commitment. You can get lucky in fire or water, but not in forest. Ice has storms. Was that the song?
Ah, okay.
Well,
yeah,
okay.
I didn't see which one that was.
And we got the letter already, and another bottle, so we could even go to Ice Cavern upon receiving Hovers or Zelda's Lullaby, and then skipping handing in the letter for the time being. It's like, you don't really want to go up the river all the way as child, and then hand in the letter just to empty your bottle. If you know that you have to do Jabu, you will come back anyway. You don't have Serenade, you don't have Scale, and it's like, preferably you want to go in there with letter and Rang and just finish Jabu on the spot. Sometimes you can't do that.
Yeah, it does feel kind of bad. Not having to go all the way up if that's your first bottle and your only bottle, especially once you get to the point where bottom of the well might be your best play. So ice is your best play.
I really wonder where ZL is though. Oh wait, hold on. Jay has just checked the Lostwood song, and it was Epona's.
Yes.
Yeah, that was Epona's. Okay. So.
Okay, so Dark Link, or the chest beyond Dark Link, is a small key in the Lens of Truth, and bottom of the well is path to Queen Goma, so a double path.
Oh, I really want to go to well now.
And Jabu's path to Evil's Bane. So if you, I mean, I know we're 20 qualifiers deep, but if you are unsure what path to Evil's Bane means, and that path leads to the light arrows. It could either be the light arrows, or it could be an item that leads to the light arrows.
One question about that, real quick.
Yes.
The path to Evil's Bane points to an item that points to only light arrows and nothing else, right? So if it's an item that's required for another dungeon, like how does that work?
So the path to Evil's Bane is at the very bottom of the list. So it means, like, if you get a path to Evil's Bane and it's a hook shot, that hook shot can be logically required for other dungeons.
Okay.
It just means that because it's a bridge condition, it's going to be hinted on the first priority. So, but whereas if you get a hint towards one of your, like, fire, forest, and water medallions, you know that that item that's hinted towards the fire, forest, or water medallions, that item cannot be used to open up the bridge because the bridge is hinted in the first priority. Those are in the second priority.
Okay, now after weeks of qualifiers, I finally understand it. It took me so long. It's like people talk about like hint priority and path priority and whatever, and I'm like, dude, I don't understand. And now I finally understood. Thank you.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's been it's taken me a while to get the hang of it, so I completely understand.
Way too late for me. So the selection of songs that we have is really not that strong right now. Sun's Eponas and Prelude.
Yeah. I mean, that Sun's, like... I mean, it's nice if we've got a Skull Seed. I don't know if we've seen the Skull House yet, but...
I think we did. And it seems that 40 is a strength upgrade.
Oh.
And we know that we need at least 2 to finish this game. Because Twin Rover is required. So... Is that
no.
Oh, that's hover boots in the crate, huh? That's cool.
Okay. Well, I imagine that you've got the final qualifier. You've got a strength hinted on 40, and you've got Spirit Temple. Our runners are more than likely going to be pushing that until they find strength 2.
You probably want to do that. Yeah, I would probably want to check out Bottom of the Well first, but like it doesn't hurt to collect them for a while. And like people know me as the 20 skull guy, I would collect to 20 anyway.
Yeah. I can't wait for 20 to also have another strength.
It'd be funny if there's 2 strength upgrades and then just... I mean, how many skulls do we have in Logic? Not that many. I'm thinking
Currently,
like...
at least 10.
Yeah, we have the bottle, but the shoes are not in Logic. It's like, I think for more skulls to be in Logic for that to like be a strength upgrade. I'm probably talking a bit of nonsense here, but...
Okay, so it does seem like Song of Time is on ice. So we still have no idea where our Storms is.
I thought Song of Storms wasn't ice. Are they playing different seeds? No.
No, it was a misread on the hint. Which happens, and Storms was vanilla, so yeah, we're good.
Okay.
I'm just going by chat, so if I'm wrong, please just correct me.
Yeah. There's actually a play that you can make go away. Like, you could actually go to ice right now. You use your choose to go buy beans, get your hovers, and then break into Zora's domain as adult without ZL. You could actually do that, but you probably want ZL before going to Bottom of the Well anyway. Because there's 4 items locked by ZL in Bottom of the Well, and you don't really want to skip those. But it is a possibility. It's not a good one, but... Yeah. Most people doing Lost Woods after checking the Foolish Hints and Temple of Time, that's totally fair. Because the Lost Woods checks this child are kind of... Especially the Ocarina game is really long. You kind of don't want to do that if you know you don't have to.
So we do have a Jabu is path to Evil's Bane. My question is, if you don't get a boomerang and you end up walking all the way over to Zora's domain at some point, do you just go do the first check in Jabu while you head up in that direction?
I mean, having Furores and Magic, I would say yes. We don't have that luxury, so it's like you can spend a chew, I suppose, if you still have some left over to get open. Like you have to hit the switch in the first room in Jabu to proceed any further. So you could use a chew. We do not have a slingshot, I think. No.
No, not yet.
Like you could, but like what are you hoping for up there? Like vanilla Rang? Come on.
Vanilla Rang would be insane. I guess maybe another strength? I don't know.
Would that even work? So with Jabu path to Evil's Bane, if we had a vanilla Rang, that would not be the path to Evil's Bane then, right?
I mean, it could be
because Forest Med is low on the hint priority.
Which one is Jabu?
Jabu is the Forest Medallion, I think.
Forest Medallion.
Yeah. So it's the lowest on the hint priority, right? And if I understood
it would
correctly,
just mean it would just mean that the boomerang would have to directly lock the light arrows, and that boomerang cannot be hinted towards the Ganon boss key. So that boomerang would be completely unhinted other than the Evil's Bane path.
I think I actually stopped understanding it again, but I think that's fine. J-Bone is in South Hyrule Field. That's interesting.
Was
Hyrule Field hinted whatsoever? Because like I feel like you don't want to go all the way south here with Valley and Lake Foolish. Or
guess if it
oh wait,
pops
that's
up with
ATZ, sorry.
something? Yeah. If it pops up with something, then you feel really good, because when are you going to do these checks otherwise?
Yeah, but has ITZ been to market and checked the hints? Oh, there's something big here.
Uh-oh. Okay, Toilet is dead.
Toilet is dead. A strength. Okay. Oh. So we got off first. Strength upgrade. This by itself gives you... Well, it actually makes DC beatable, I guess. Not logically, but... It's like...
Yeah, at that point, you only need 3 bomb Jews to beat DC.
3 instead of like 7 or something.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4...
Yeah,
5,
the lowest possible amount of chew counts.
I think it's actually 7.
Yeah. No, you're right with that. I don't know what it was. I had to count it recently because I was doing the same thing. And there's another big chest in Remote Grotto.
A bow.
Okay.
I mean, we need that eventually. It's not a pressing concern. Spirit doesn't need it necessarily. Shadow, not necessarily, although it's really nice to have. If you have a Chew left, you can do a Chew strat, so you don't need it to beat Shadow. And like, I'm thinking like Forest, but we have a bow and a strength upgrade already. So will we see people go to Forest at some point, even though it's probably not required? Like a huge commitment to make. But yeah, everyone has just been switching places. They're just covering the tracks.
The thing is those 2 items, with Lake and Valley both hinted Foolish and no Serenade, those items are hard to get to if they're not going to be hinted.
Exactly, that's a big find right now.
Just seems like ATZ's been hitting a really nice route. And a hammer
too. What was that?
What is going on here?
Oh, the Storm's Grotto.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because he went adult so early and came back with Storms basically immediately.
That's huge.
That is really good. The hammer is so good right now, given that we do not have logical explosives yet. So I guess ATZ struck gold here.
Yeah, that's
a really good start.
Our Chew usage in Dodongo's Cavern, if you don't find bombs, is now down to 2.
Yeah, it has decreased by 1 because we can hit the mud floor with the hammer instead of an explosive. Pretty cool.
That is right. So the strength being an open grotto, that hammer puts bow in logic.
Yep.
Which again is also really hard to get to at this point.
Yeah. I believe DC is like the best play right now. There's nothing better than knocking out progression and doing a lot of checks in a short amount of time.
Yeah, I think in this case ATZ is really just trying to get that ZL before going to DC.
Yeah, but where is that ZL? Because we haven't seen it yet. Where could it be?
Not DC, but bottom of the well.
Yeah,
but
it could be a Minuet, potentially. I could also see a Plant the Bean to get Hover's play, probably, because then you can knock out the song in Crater as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm thinking. Although that, like, I feel like you kind of want to hit DC as quickly as possible, but just having to go back child to then go back adult to get the hovers, like, I don't know if you want to do that. So like with some careful planning ahead, you can actually like be on a really good route here.
I mean, especially somebody that's currently on the 32nd spot and really wants to secure their position in the top 32. This is an aggressive play that is really paying off. Oh, and that Serenade on Burning Cack, that's behind 3 of our dungeons. So that access down to South Hyrule Field just feels even further away.
Let me actually check. Oh yeah, the Fire Medallion is on Twin Rover, and we haven't seen Requiem yet. I'm not sure, but like given like we know that like if we need to cross, if Requiem is vanilla, and we know that the lens is Song of Time locked in Water Temple, that's like locked behind Iron Boots and stuff too, and Hookshot. So and a lot of keys. So I'm thinking Spirit might actually be one of the later dungeons that we beat. So we're never gonna get that Serenade, right? Potentially, like ever.
So it's locked behind Jabu, Spirit DC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
and that's our Hookshot. J-Bone found it. It's on Link the Goron.
Oh. Okay, so
well,
that means Ryugen's gonna get it here soon.
Now we don't need the hovers to cross the bridge anymore. We can just like get the song right away. That's really, really good for Jay. And for everyone heading into Goron City, for that matter.
Yeah.
And as we know, this is actually in logic, because we... Hold on, is that Haunted Wasteland is a bomb bag?
Yes.
Ew.
Haunted Wasteland is a bomb bag, and Skull Mask is a slingshot.
And that's the L.
Very nice. Yeah, I think you called it there.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I thought that ZL had to show up sooner rather than later. So we're actually looking for a pretty good start in terms of like items in the first 20 minutes. You can do a lot with Hookshot and Hammer, Choose, and a bow. And Letter. Meh.
So the good news for J-Bone is they're most likely going to go get their hammer.
Where was the hammer again? Oh, in the Storm Squatter, yeah. We're gonna basically get it immediately. J-Bone actually changed it to nighttime, so you can grab a couple more skulls here in Kokiri and Lost Woods. That music.
Yeah, we're probably going to be seeing some heavy skull routing here soon. Especially with that hookshot.
I don't think we can reach 40 quite yet. But we can get close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Sindopolis. I figured. It's like I was about to say that, but... Such a banger. Retro game Sonic soundtracks are just way too good. Yeah, Volga actually using the bottle here to his advantage to get some early skulls done. Okay, that's Requiem. So that's still locked behind a forest song, neither of which we have. First in Forest Temple. Like I can see going into the courtyard, like trying to go into the courtyard or just pick up 1 or 2 skulls here. The courtyard is inaccessible to J-Bone though, right? Because no bow, no Song of Time.
Yeah.
But you
two
can do
quick
2 checks and
skulls.
get 2 skulls, yeah. That's not
Yeah.
terrible. Given that 40 is a lot. This hookshot noise is going to drive me insane over the course of this game.
The ATZ without the knowledge of that hookshot on Link the Goron is going to be pushing those hovers.
He's actually planting the beam.
Yeah.
He's doing the threat.
Yeah.
Or the route, rather.
Also going up Child River, being able to knock
he has
out the Sonic
storms.
Form
He has
throws.
storms, so he can full clear. Is that
Yeah.
a scale?
Ooh, that is a scale.
That is scale or bomb locked. Because hovers are also scale locked. Or bomb locked. Interesting.
Oh boy.
And the bomb bag in Haunted Wasteland could also be hover boots locked.
I
Which
think we're going to
means
be saying that a lot this seed.
There's got to be a bomb bag somewhere, but let's
Yeah,
hope
I always put scale and bomb in the same category, like just because of Zor's River, obviously. Like,
yeah.
I find myself saying, "Oh, that's scale or bomb locked or hover locked" a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's J done in Forest. There's nothing else you can do here.
But I think with this, ATZ is probably going to be climbing and turning in Rudo's letter and probably doing domain checks. You have the scale.
Yeah, we could. You could also set up Scarecrow in Lake if you wanted. It's just one dive away from where you're at.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, Scarecrow's really only going to be used for... With the hovers, like, Scarecrow's only really good
like,
for fire.
Yeah, and fire is not required as far as we know.
We do know Pierre is a small key.
Oh,
so
we do?
Yeah, that's the extent of what we know for fire.
That's the OOT hint. OOT is Bolero, so we don't need that.
Hopefully not. Hopefully we're not that deep in fire by the end of this seed.
No.
Oh, is that what the other hint was? Okay, the fire boss key loop, or the fire, the hammer loop in fire is 2 small keys. I saw the 2 small keys earlier. I just didn't see what the 2 small keys were for.
Yeah. I mean, this can't be AD for the song.
No.
Because not hard AD at least. I think we've seen the top of the crate. It's like a gold rupee or something. So there's nothing up there of interest anyway. So this can't be AD for the song anyway. And even if, it would only be logical, because we could get hovers out of logic to get whatever's up there.
Okay. Yeah, so Volk in Child Kakariko, Knight Kakariko, grabbing those skulls. As you can tell, all of our runners are running for 40 skulls at the moment, and it makes sense, especially in a qualifier where you've got Spirit. Everybody here doesn't have a strength except for ATZ, so it makes sense pushing that.
Yeah, there's too much at stake, I guess. Like, you can't, like, it just skipping skulls for so long just adds up over time.
Oh,
and that's all. That's
okay.
Interesting.
That's similar requirements to
That is
Wasteland.
a really good find, though. That is fantastic for Ryuken.
That's way better than Haunted Wasteland bomb bag, but
Both
not
of them
in
are fire
logic.
lock, though.
That's scary.
So this might not even be the first.
God, I hope that's not the first.
I mean,
I hope the extent of what that tells us is that bombs potentially lock magic and dins. Hopefully.
Probably. I mean, we're still looking for Din's Magic anyway because we need to beat Shadow.
Exactly. Oh,
A wallet. So that covers that in combination with Requiem covers for like some explosives too, because you can just buy choose from the carpet salesman. Is what I like to do.
It does look like ATZ is going to dip into Jabu.
Saves you from catching a fish later, I suppose.
Oh, okay. Jabu.
Next to Jabu.
Okay, if we do find a ring in here, I will do my best to try and break that one down to make it as palpable as possible.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna stay quiet and hope that there's nothing on this first check.
ATZ actually using the chew here.
That's smart. I like it.
Graveyard is path to Bongo. Have we seen that hint before?
I haven't seen that one.
I mean,
Graveyard
it's
to Bongo.
hovers in the crate. Easy. But...
Or is it?
Or is it?
Is it something else? There is a bomb bag in there. In Graveyard. We don't know if that's first logical bomb bag.
I mean, if that's the bomb bag that gives you access to the beans to plant them to get your hover boots.
We do have Eponas, so I don't think it's the bomb bag because the other bomb bag. Oh man. I mean, technically, right now that bomb bag unlocks beans. Or a bomb bag would unlock beans to get the hover boots.
Yeah.
So unless we found long shot, Jesus.
It's probably just the hovers. And we got Mirror Shield in bottom of the well. Volker's the first runner on restream to enter bottom of the well. And with knowing where 2 strength upgrades are, it was... No, hold on. I think this was guaranteed to be the Mirror Shield. Because we know that a 3rd strength doesn't accomplish anything, right? I don't know about OGC, but inside Ganon's castle is foolish. So we don't need the strength 3 for that. So the most we can actually get is 2 strength that unlock anything logically are 2 strength upgrades.
Ooh,
and we know what both of them are. So this had to be Mirror Shield, I believe. Not entirely sure, but that's a Deku Shield, I think.
Okay, so that big chest that was in bottom of the well, that
know.
is ZL locked is Big Goron Sword. Alright, what's this in Jabu? It is a big chest.
Oh my god, no. No. Please don't. Please do not the Rang. Okay, it's another wallet. I was scared for a second. Like, I can't predict everything.
Okay.
The wallet doesn't really do anything, though. Okay, and that's Din's Fire in bottom of the well. And that's another big chest. Oh boy.
my goodness.
We are in for a treat. We're still... it's path to... Hold on, what was it?
It's path to Twin Rova for the Mirror Shield and Queen Goma.
Queen Goma, yeah, and we've yet to see an item that points to Queen Goma, which is probably going to be Chaos or something leading to it. And with that Din's Fire might give us the bomb bag, and then the bomb, like, with so many checks in this game being bomb locked, the Chaos could be literally anywhere. Like, I'm not really happy about that hint right now. Or, like, as a runner, I wouldn't be, and that's another big chest.
Oh my goodness.
Bro, what is happening? It's like, this is... Yeah, cool. This place is path to... It's path to 2 bosses.
Oh
And
my
that's-
goodness. Oh. Stop collecting skulls, dude.
What?
Stop collecting skulls, dude. Well, actually, alright. Volk doesn't have the other strength. But somebody like ATZ at that point could probably stop collecting skulls as hard once they get that strength 2 in bottom of the well.
I'm baffled. Like, I did not expect another strength upgrade to show up. That is crazy. I wonder if it actually means anything or not. Have we seen an OGC fairy hint? Just to make sure.
No.
Okay.
But,
Because
I mean, at this point, that's the only thing that could potentially be...
Another bomb bag? Okay, so Dins is not path to unlock the bomb bag, because there's just a straight up bomb bag here. I have not paid attention to the key logic, though. So I don't know if the keys are bomb locked or not.
Yeah, I don't know where the other keys are. I don't know if one of them's bomb locked.
This is insane.
If one of them's bomb locked, then this is just this bomb bag in bottom of the well is just not.
It's not the first one.
No. We had all 3 keys non-bomb locked. Okay, so it's just ZL locked. That's first logical bomb bags. You could probably infer that magic is bomb locked at this point.
Yeah, but like, again, a lot of things are bomb locked in this game. So
Just
it
go
doesn't
DC.
really this doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, if you are looking for magic at some point, at least you know that there's probably not one going to be Sphere 0. And you're going to want to look at anything that's bomb locked or anything that's locked by bombs.
it could still also... No, we know where a slingshot is, right?
Yes, and that's Sphere 0 on Skull Mask,
It's Skull Mask, okay. Well, then that's not... Then we know that a Kirisot is waiting somewhere behind whatever we found in bottom of the well.
It could just be bomb locked at this point, which
Or
is...
yeah, it's like either bombs or Dins or Strength 2 locked.
What is our... so we have a bottom of the well path to Queen Goma. What is Deku? Deku is a...
Deku is the Spirit Medallion, isn't it?
Spirit Medallion? Okay, so hold on. What are the other medallions? We have Shadow and Deku. So that those bombs are needed for Shadow. And okay, Deku is the Shadow Medallion. Okay, yeah, so it can be bomb locked.
Okay, so we found magic on Hyrule Castle Fairy, which is bomb locked.
I'm sorry, what was on Hyrule Castle Fairy?
We found magic. Yeah.
Oh.
Rucane got
nice.
their hands on it.
I'm not actually just talking trash. Nice.
2 is dead. A Goron Tunic. Wait, don't we know all 3 locations for bomb bags now?
Yes, we know
one in Wasteland, one in Well, and one in the Royal Tomb.
Yeah. So we are... Yeah, the bottom of the well is first logical bomb bag. Which gets us our scale, which gets us our... I mean, that gets us our hovers. Our hovers are in logic. With ATZ doing bottom of the well, ATZ will be completely in logic. We'll have strength 2.
We do have Nocturne as well, right? I think Jay has it. Yeah, J-Bone has Nocturne. So I assume that was in Desert Colossus. So we can actually... We can beat Shadow Temple. Hold on. Can we beat Shadow Temple? We have Dins, we have Magic, we have Nocturne, we know how to get hovers, we have a bow, we have a hookshot, we can beat Shadow.
Yeah. We are looking for K-Sword for Deku, Boomerang for Jabu, and holy crap.
Dude, I would want to go to Shadows. So that it's like everyone on Restream is like missing 1 or 2 items that another person has. Like, I think everyone has Dins or is about to get ATZ is about to get Dins.
Yeah.
So everyone's gonna have Dins, but not everyone has Magic, and not everyone has the hookshot. I think Volk is currently working on the hookshot. So like, you want to go... Volk is probably gonna do DC into Crater next. That's what I'm believing. So he's gonna get that hookshot.
I mean, The problem for ATZ is they don't have ZL. So they're not going to get Big Goron Sword, but they might be baited into going and checking that big chest at some point down the line if they're looking for one more item.
Yeah, we can beat Spirit Temple as well. That's true. Well, except for... Well, we can go... Even logically go into Spirit as Child and get the keys if necessary.
Yeah.
Because the Skull Mask was our Slingshot, and that's available.
Yeah, Child Spirit is logically available at this point. Adult Spirit for ATZ is going to be an option. That magic on Hyrule Castle Fairy might trip a couple of people up.
Yeah, that's going to be tough to find for a lot of people to go. It's like sometimes you just can't be bothered, you know? It's like you start with Prelude and you're like, I just want to switch ages. I don't care about like one check in Hyrule Castle. So like, why would I? Why would I spend like the 1.5 minutes or however long it usually takes to do that if I can just go adult right away? J-Bone fighting to get his shield back.
We had a qualifier earlier this season where the Go mode items were both in bottom of the well and you didn't have ZL very early in the seed, so you had to leave a big chest in bottom of the well.
Oh,
Everybody
no.
did it. And the other item was Hyrule Castle Fairy. And both of those items, one of them was lights and it unlocked inside Ganon's castle, which baited whoever got the first of the last two items into Ganon's castle. And the other one was I think Din's, and that baited players to go into Shadow.
Oh no.
So this with magic on Hyrule Castle Fairy, anybody who played that seed and got baited by those items is baited and also missed out on those items pretty late, are probably feeling a little bit of a sting and don't want to miss out on Hyrule Castle Fairy for very long.
Especially in a qualifier setting, you can't play too risky unless you really need to. Like if this is the last qual for everyone, right? This is the last one there is. So I could see like people who like really want to sneak in at last minute have to take some big risks in order to get that huge point swing that they probably need.
ATZ didn't go into the basement of bottom of the well and didn't get that straight.
Uh-oh. That's curious.
I mean, hopefully they see the big chest in bottom of the well, so now at this point you want to be baited to go back into bottom of the well.
I feel like if you leave that behind, you're not coming back.
I mean, they know of a big chest in bottom of the well, and they know they have.
Oh, they didn't have enough chews to get it. Is that what happened? But doesn't he have the bomb back? I'm confused.
He has the strength. You can do it with strength. So I don't know. I don't know what the idea behind that was, but I'm just hoping that they
There's
know
just
they
too
missed
much
it.
going on.
Yeah. Oh, are all three of the keys ZL locked? Is that what the case was?
Oh.
I think so, because Volk didn't...
Oh.
Volk?
So that's why he was able to pick
Yeah.
it, but you need to be able to use the key to actually get to that part of the basement where strength helps you.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
yeah, that makes
wow.
sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah. So, like, ATZ got a couple of good items early on, but it seems that the decisions that he made are gonna impact him a little bit negatively now.
And that's okay. We've got Volk over in DC, and I don't think we've gotten anything in DC yet, to be honest.
He's actually the first one to complete DC, isn't he? He is.
Yes.
Oh, that beeping noise, that's the chicken. I really hope we don't have to listen to that for much longer.
I'm sure we don't.
So much beeping.
So we do have bottom of the well, Jabu, graveyard, bottom of the well to yeah. So we're just missing one path at this point. And
I mean,
Volk already on 17 skulls.
Volk doesn't have the second strength from where was that? Hyrule Field?
Yeah.
That was in the open grotto Hyrule Field, I believe.
Yeah. And then the bow was in Remote Grotto.
Which is really, really hard to route in. I think ATZ is the only one to have 2 strength upgrades, right?
I mean,
like
he's
to
only
have
got
that one
one
specifically. No, he doesn't have
Yeah.
the one from Well, so everyone just has 1 strength upgrade. So all of these might actually collect up to 40 skulls here. Only to then afterwards, like after the seed is done, to find out that yeah, there was a strength upgrade available, but it's like Southern Hyrule Field is really hard to route in with Valley and like being foolish. Like you don't want to touch that. Takes way too long.
It looks like Ryu's also going to take a dip into Jabu, hoping to find something of use. But we know it's just going to be another wallet, which currently the only implications of that wallet could be Zora Tunic, because we have not seen a Zora Tunic.
Oh, yeah, we've not seen the Central Pillar hint. We have seen the Dark Link hint.
Yes.
We do have a Goron Tunic, and I'm trying to remember if we actually saw a Zora Tunic and didn't pick it up, but I might be wrong on that. I'm probably wrong on that. I can't be getting seed bleed from seeds that I've watched like a week apart from each other. Like, bruh. That's rough. And that's our first dungeon beat at 45 minutes.
Ryukane just got fire arrows on the Zora's Fountain Fairy.
Fire arrows? I mean, we have Dins, so those don't really do anything.
Yeah, ATZ was not able to get the second strength in bottom of the well. Did not have ZL, and all 3 keys are ZL locked, and I believe he was out of bomb shoes. Which also is a little unfortunate because ATZ didn't get any of the other bomb bags. The one in bottom of the well is key locked from ZL, and the other 2, one's on Haunted Wasteland, and the other one is on the Composer Torches. So if you don't go out of logic and get the Composer Torches bomb bag, then right now you're just waiting for ZL.
Hold on, the wallet? There was one wallet in bottom of the well that was just available, right? And the other one was ZL locked?
So one was in Zora's Domain on Diving Game.
Oh yeah, one was in Zora's Domain, yeah.
And
Which is...
the other one is on it's in Jabu.
Yeah, I'm confusing things. They were in HIL Dungeon, I suppose. That was accurate enough, no.
Yeah, Goron Tunic is Sphere 0 in
Oh, that's a big chest.
Digging.
Did we see that? No.
No.
It's another bottle.
Okay.
Claim check is nothing.
Oh, ATZ saved his last 2 bomb chews for DC.
Oh, that does make sense. Volk getting the hook shot, just as predicted. He's on 15 skulls at the moment. I think Volka's really close to 20. Ryuken is like about 15 as well, I think. Like just slightly under 15, maybe. ATZ probably doesn't have that many, but... Nice bomb strats. It's like, you don't really want to waste your precious sticks, I suppose. And you have plenty of bombs.
He's gonna see the big chest here, too.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy, because this is the third... we'll have 3 people dipping in Jabu early to check this chest.
Yeah. I mean, it could have paid out, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely could have.
It didn't, but... Most of them, 1 wallet is all you need. If at all.
Very nice. Alright, DC down for ATZ.
So what's the next play? Can anyone, because we as a collective are like further into the seed, we have a lot more knowledge. So we've been talking about Shadow or Spirit being beatable, both of them. What's like, who can actually accomplish any of that? Who can actually beat either Shadow or Spirit here?
Yeah,
no one can beat Spirit just yet because we're still looking for the second strength to get in. Yeah,
right now Ryuken is in the best situation because Ryuken has Dins.
He has magic.
Has magic. Yeah,
that's the big one.
So Shadow should be, once he gets to hovers, should be his next play, in my opinion.
I mean, you don't necessarily need a bow to beat Shadow, although it's really nice to have.
Yeah, I mean,
I probably wouldn't want to do it with just 1 chew, because if you mess up and you don't have for all, it's like, nah, you don't want to ride the boat again.
That is true, not having the bow.
Oh, the bow was in Hyrule Field. No one has the bow besides ATZ then, right? Because no one has been to Hyrule Field yet.
Correct. And if any of the other runners that are on Restream here end up going Hyrule Field, they're going to be in a very good position.
Well, let's hope they go to Hyrule Field before they've collected 40 skulls.
Yeah.
Because basically, the earlier they go, the more time they save overall. Sounds weird, but...
Yeah, a lot of players will also try and put off GTG, even though that's it's not a bad decision to make to go to GTG, but if you don't have a bow, you're not making that decision very early.
Yeah. Also, no Song of Time, no strength.
No Song of Time. No
second strength, rather.
And by the time you make that decision, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go to GTG without Strength 2, without Song of Time, without a bow, which again is a very hard decision to make. You're gonna get 2 of those items in Hyrule Field along the way.
If you decide to go that route, you could also be reversing from.
Okay, that's even meaner.
And then you're not getting that. I remember one of the earlier calls that I played where it was you reverse to find your go mode close to go mode in Wasteland, or you don't reverse and then you basically extend your playtime by 45 minutes, and that's what happened to me. So sometimes this coin flip between reversing or going through Valley is it can win you or lose you a game.
Yeah.
Even if it's just 1 or 2 checks. and with Valley Foolish, I believe you kinda like I can see people reverse because it's a little bit quicker, and then maybe do the Hyrule Field checks after GTG.
Where was Requiem? It was on Adult SFM?
Yes, it was on the Minuet check.
Ah.
ATZ
okay.
actually grabbing the $200 with hover boots. That's smart. Because ATZ doesn't have the bomb bag, right? So
Correct.
actually being able to afford some choose might be on his mind here. And you just don't pass up a free $200. Like who in their sane mind would?
Yeah, finally gets the ZL, and now is probably like rerouting in their head exactly what they want to do. Volk's been going pretty hard on skulls. 24 skulls.
Jay's gonna get magic.
Oh, that's huge. That puts Jay in a really good position. Has Nocturne.
No bow yet.
No bow.
Also, they still have to get their hands on the hover boots.
Yeah, it looks like they already planted that bean, so they should be
Okay.
good. You've got Nocturne, it makes it really easy. It does look like Ryu is going back for the hover boots right now, but doesn't have Nocturne because they don't have Requiem.
Okay, interesting. Volk is in Forest now too. But Volk does not have Song of Time or a bow either. So
Yeah,
he's
no
gonna
Song of
leave
Time.
after these two
Nope.
checks.
Yeah. Well, he does have keys, so he could do the
Oh,
recoil with the
yeah.
strength
But yeah, because
into
when
Courtyard.
we saw Forest Temple earlier, we didn't have the strength upgrade to push the block.
Exactly. Yeah.
Also, if you had hovers, it would be even faster. But yeah, I think Courtyard is a decent play, especially if you recoil or hover, use the hover boots to get to the upper ledge of Courtyard first. Then you can knock out the Floor Master check, and you can also get another skull with hook shot.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to score routing, Volk is probably killing it compared
Volk
to
has the
everybody else
most
on Restream.
skulls, yeah, but I mean, it all depends on like not just on Restream, but like anyone. Like, I think there's a possibility with like over 60 runners that someone is just gonna avoid 40 skulls entirely.
Oh yeah,
Probably. We
yeah,
still don't
for
know what's
sure.
an OGC Fairy yet, but that's
Yeah.
a possibility. For sure.
I mean, with the rate that Volk is getting skulls, though, like, it might not even hinder him getting 40 over going into Hyrule
Yeah.
Field. Unless there's, like, another... Like, if there's another bow available, then it might not even hinder Volk at all.
This really hinges on another bow being available. There could be one in Shadow, you know? Could be one in Spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, there could be one right here.
Oh my goodness. What are you?
It's okay. We found all bottles. Not even an hour in, and we have all the bottles.
Congratulations.
You cannot make this up.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, dude. Going pretty insane with the skulls here.
Oh, I missed how many he has. How many does Volk have?
I think that's 26 now.
26. Oh boy.
Like, dude, that's insane.
That is really quick.
Like, if you really want like a good lesson, if skulls are a weak point of yours, like just go back and rewatch this because this is actually really impressive.
Yes. That is indeed very impressive. But Volker's also playing it really aggressively with the skulls.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing that he has hookshot, one strength, so he would get the second strength. Dins, no magic yet, and no bow yet. But I think he's looking to push Spirit Temple here, which is why he's playing the skull so aggressively. It makes sense because Spirit is a really strong location. Not only is it progression, but it's also really check ins and it's fairly quick.
ATZ is grabbing Skull Mask to get the slingshot.
He's gonna get the slingshot. He's out
Is
of
he-
shoes.
Oh,
Is that
Hyrule
why?
Castle Fairy is being... Okay, so no Nocturne. This
Oh.
is probably a trip back to the well, which is a good thing. That is a good thing. Hopefully,
Oh, he doesn't
takes
have
that
not-
bomb bag and yeah,
ATZ has not been to Sacred Falls Meadow as an adult, so he doesn't have knockdown.
yeah.
So he's gonna
So
walk.
this does look like a bottom of the well.
This also looks like he has the perfect time to do Dampé if he didn't already do that.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, ATZ might actually be getting the song from Sun's Grave. Not Sun's Grave. Copying someone from the composer's grave. And then knock out the bomb back right away. That would be really helpful because then on the way to adulthood, if he so wanted, he could check the fairy fountain in Hyrule Castle and get the magic as well, which is something that he really needs.
Yeah. Either way, should probably be getting a bomb bag here anyway, because there's the logical first one in bottom of the well.
Oh yeah, you're right. So he's no matter what happens, he's gonna end up with a bomb bag.
Yeah. Which, yeah.
And he really needs that, given that he has 0 choose left.
Yeah, I guess the deciding factor here is if you do Hyrule Castle Fairy.
Yeah, Volka's doing it now, and ATZ has to make a decision. Or like he just has to not forget that check exists because that's very easy to forget. And then all of them have magic, which is actually a lot earlier than I expected. Like I would have expected someone to like forget about it. Well, let's hold our horses here.
Yeah.
Let's wait until ATZ's adult again.
The thing is like I would love to say that if ATZ does end up getting the magic, would put him in a advantageous position, but the rate that Volk is getting these skulls is like putting him on par with ATZ's advantage because of that strength 2 and bow.
ATZ had did some aggressive plays early on, which netted him a couple of really good items. The problem is though he didn't really get to use them before the others got their hands on some of them. It's like, and then he had to do some unfortunate routing to get back on track and like to catch up on the things that the others were doing. So he's not. It's hard to tell who's like really ahead.
Alright, so that's 20 skulls for Jay. About to go finish DC. Ryu gonna be our third DC finisher today.
ATC's got to be really happy about that bomb bag.
Oh yeah, he's gonna
Little
go
does he
back.
know he's gonna get a second one in a couple of minutes.
I think the only thing that's gonna feel bad is doing the entire dead hand loop and getting all 3 keys. And then going to the bottom and seeing the big chest.
And now that he has the bomb bag, he doesn't even need the keys. There was the other. Oh wait, no, there was the big chest in. What was the big chest by the like?
BGS.
There was the.
So there's the BGS that's in the water, and then
I would argue he's like probably feeling a little bit bad because he has to beat the person to trip bottom of the well. Volk's getting the bomb bag as well.
nice
Volk
BGM.
can actually do this with Dims.
Yeah.
He's the first one to do this after getting magic.
Uses bomb choose in just the right like order to get that bomb bag.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of what's next for Ryu here. I mean, Ryu doesn't have the hammer either. That's another thing. We've seen hammer on all the others pretty early because of the storms.
Yeah, there was the Storm's Grotto, wasn't it? I mean, the hammer's not required necessarily, I suppose. It's really nice to have in the early game, especially. But I don't think we need it for anything else. Because fire is potentially nothing, and we don't
Yeah.
even have to get it for the dungeon reward, because it's stone. 80 is nothing. So I don't think not having the hammer hurts you too much at this stage of the game.
Yeah, I guess it's at this point, with it being unhinted so far, we haven't seen any items locked behind it other than a bottle. It's not really hindering anybody.
Yeah.
It's just kind of there. That's fine. It's not even our first logical explosives.
Hold on, is Volk in
along
bottom
the
of the well for the second time as well? Or is he in here for the... He's in here for the first time. He's
No,
been pushing skulls so hard that it took
Volk
him a
was
while
in
to...
here. Volk was in here. And is after the big chest that is ZL locked, to my knowledge. There's also the big chest. He's gonna get first logical.
I'm mixing
combat
things
as well.
up. I'm mixing
No,
things
it's
up.
fine. There's 4 runners. It's really hard.
It's like
to
I was
keep
looking
track.
at the map, and I thought that one of the chests that are still available on his map, one of them was big. Unless he uses a different route.
Yeah, so he's just gonna go back for BGS first logical bomb bag, and that's pretty much it. So I mean, not as meaty of items, honestly, but the BGS feels pretty good.
This would have actually been a fantastic opportunity for ATZ to grab another skull there, because his shield was already lost. So he could have used the like to spit him out into the token after he killed it with a bomb.
Okay, so this is good for ATZ getting strength 2. This means
Yeah.
ATZ has the
He's done
ability.
collecting skulls. Maybe.
Maybe
We don't know about OGC, but
but
like
you could beat Spirit at this point.
He does not have magic, unfortunately, but this is going to decide if he gets it or not. He kind of has to go and get it. Come on, please remember. Okay, he remembers. Maybe he's going to do Chu Bowling as well. Chu Bowling would be a play I can see.
One thing to note is that it's more than likely that mirror shield is hinted for Twin Rova.
Yeah.
Rather than the strength. So because of where the strength locations are, and
no strength
and the hints
locks
behind
another
them.
strength. Right. That's the point.
So what I'm thinking here, like if it is hinting towards that strength, then there's got to be something for Twin Rova on OGC Ferry, which you already know the entire like Twin Rova kit at this point. So it's got to be the mirror shield. So when we're looking at bottom of the well to Goma, right? And Goma is a bridge dungeon. We're looking at Din's bomb bag, and that's Din's bomb bag or strength 3. Technically, K-Sword could be on OGC Ferry.
Oof. I think it's possible. It's not very likely, but it is possible.
Let's see.
Oh, Volk is on 1 stick, so he's really carefully trying to kill everything with bombs. That's painful.
Yeah.
Like also you don't want to risk losing your shield here. I mean, if you need you need to do Deku, but you spawn next to the shop, so it's like you could just buy a new one. It's not that bad, but.
This is Jay going into
Shadow.
Now, I don't know if Jay has any more bomb juice left. You only need 1 bomb juice to complete Shadow.
Yes. Theoretically, yes, but do you really want to risk going that deep and then messing that trick up? Unless you know you're 100% consistent. Like, who can claim they're 100% persistent at anything? Like, hats off to you, but I am not. Like, I I would probably try to get my hands on my Jews. Volker's exploring Child Spirit with Jews here. No one really wants to do Skull Mask, I suppose. I think he's a bit early. No, he's late on dropping the Jew. Okay, now he got it. I don't know when Jay will menu next, but I'm gonna try to look out for that and see how many Jews he's left.
I am a little curious what is in Shadow. Beyond a certain point, it's bomb locked. Actually, the entirety of Shadow is bomb locked. So we could just find K-Sword here in Shadow.
Unless we find a scale, like, unless there's a scale, like, somewhere out there in this early sphere check. But I think we've seen all the early sphere checks. What is this gonna be? A slingshot.
Okay, that's not Tagoma. We know that.
It's almost 2 slingshots on the screen at the same time, like literally 5 seconds apart. It's a different slingshot, but that's funny.
Okay, with that, we kind of missed the 1 hour mark, but did. I would like to thank our volunteers today. Firstly, I'd like to thank the runners. We have J-Bone, Ryu Kane, ATZ, and Volk here on Restream. Thank you for allowing us to use your gameplay and highlight you today. Secondly, I'd like to go ahead and show appreciation towards the trackers. We got Tumble Talk, we got Ethan, please correct me if I'm wrong, Ainsley, Lady Draco, and Virgil Dante on the tracking, making sure that I'm clicking that tracker button constantly, because there are 4 players on here, and I'm just trying to make sure I'm not messing up. So I appreciate it. And thank you, Devin, for hopping into booth with me today.
Yeah, and thank you, Oak, for being my partner in crime today. It has been a lot of fun so far. Let's go.
We always pick the good ones to commentate. Speaking of good ones, we got Dancing Dad. What do you got for us, Dad? Another slingshot. Okay.
Okay, so we saw all 3 slingshots in a matter of 3 minutes. That's amazing. You cannot make that up. Fantastic. Talgarno City is a rather brave player, I want to say. It's like, what do you expect from this? Garden City wasn't hinted, right?
Wait, that was a long shot on target in the woods? I totally missed that.
Really?
Okay, so it's not a long shot on OGC Ferry. At least we know that much.
I mean, what does the long shot accomplish? Nothing.
Currently, yeah, nothing. Could just be, I mean, it could be technically, logically required for Spirit, but we're not worried about that.
Yeah.
Currently, with water not being a medallion, we don't want to
and
worry
also
about
Lake
logic.
being foolish, so you don't even need the long shot for, Shoot the Sun.
Honestly, I could not tell you about Last Seed. It does look like Bulk's also going to get that long shot, so that feels pretty good. Yeah, at this point, I'm just hoping for a K-Sword to pop up.
It's rather likely to be in Shadow, I want to say.
Yeah.
I mean, that Dins, again, could also just lead. No, hold on, we found the first logical bomb bag. Which is not locked by Dins. Because I was, like, when we found the one bomb bag earlier on the peak on the grave. The composer's grave.
Where was Saria's song?
No idea. That one slipped past the cracks. I have no clue.
Because, like, that Requiem to get Nocturne currently is not in Logic. So, like, or Shadow and Spirit are not in Logic. Oh, there's just
Another
a bow.
bow.
Shadow.
Okay, awesome. Now Jay can actually beat Shadow here. But yeah, you're right. I totally forgot. It's not in Logic.
Saria's was Royal Tomb. Okay, so that's fine. We're good.
Well, then it is in Logic. Never mind. Just ignore us. So and the pieces are slowly coming together here.
Yeah.
Very slowly. Like, we're not missing that much. We're missing, like... Oh, that's a death. Yeah, that stealth was really annoying to deal with. We are looking for Kokiri Sword, and that's it, right? Or am I...
K-Sword and Boomerang.
Oh, I have the Boomerang. So that we've been talking about the Boomerang in, like, the first 5 minutes of the scene, but I totally forgot.
Yeah, the problem is, I'm pretty sure, like, if lights are just in Jabu, yeah, no,
That's
so
that
boomerang cannot be hinted. So,
Oof.
because the lights are a bridge condition,
Yeah.
the lights would have, or the Evil's Bane hint would have to hint Boomerang. So that Boomerang is not going to be hinted unless we get a second.
It's either the Boomerang or the light arrows that never get hinted. So there's one item we're going to be on a Wild Goose Chase for anyway, right?
Well, the light arrows are hinted with Evil's Bane. That's the end goal for Evil's Bane, is the light arrows.
Yeah, but if it is the Rang, then...
Well, what I'm saying is, like...
Well,
you have a Jabu to Evil's Bane, and
it
the
has
first
to be light arrows. There's nothing else left.
Yes. So, the Boomerang, unless there's a second Evil's Bane that hints Boomerang, there's not going to be a hint for Boomerang.
Have we not found all the path hints yet?
No, we're missing one.
Oh. I mean, it's... What could it be? Could it be a path to King Dodongo? Because... Are all the bomb bags bomb locked at this point?
No, it cannot be a path to King Dodongo. There literally cannot be, because King Dodongo is a Ganon's boss key medallion.
Mm-hmm.
So if there was a path to King Dodongo, then there couldn't be anything for the bridge bomb locked, and Shadow requires bombs.
Okay, yeah, that's the part that I never understand, and I don't think I will.
Yeah, so like if it's tough, but if there's an item that you need for bridge to complete a bridge dungeon, it cannot be hinted, first logically hinted, on your Ganon's boss key medallion.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
So we're not gonna get a KD path whatsoever.
Okay. So what else is left? I mean, we could get double paths to, like, other items, right? To other places. Kokiri Sword, we found it.
Okay. We just need Boomerang.
It's just here. It's just sitting here.
By the way, ATZ got that magic at some point and is probably sitting in the best position aside from Bulk.
Everyone is in shadow now.
Yeah.
I swear, I blinked once and everyone is in shadow.
What
just happened?
I'm not even looking. I see the K sword and I'm like, wait, we're all in shadow.
Amazing. So where could that rank be? What would be the most annoying place for that rank to be? What do you think?
Toilet.
Toilet is hinted.
Oh yeah, you're right. Not toilet. Honestly, probably water.
Yeah, because that would require us to get iron boots.
Like, honestly, you could read into it a little bit and be like, okay, so Jabu is path to Evil's Bane.
Yeah.
So You could probably look at it as, I have not seen a Zora tunic whatsoever. I got a Pathos Vein in its second wallet.
Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, so you could be looking at a central pillar for a small key to get Lens to do TCG, to get Boomerang on TCG.
Bruh. No. Please no.
I'm just calling that shot now.
It could also be like Phantom Ganon.
Why would you do that? Why would you say that?
I mean, that's the one that's like, it doesn't require more items than we have. It's just really annoying to get to. It extends the playtime in the seed for most runners that have not checked the courtyard yet by like 15 minutes. Well, like probably like more like 13 minutes.
Deep Fire would also be pretty bad.
Deep Fire with hard required. Well, no, we have the long shot, so Pierre's not. The Smokey and Pierre is not that much of a concern anymore. Because we can do, what's it called? Pixel shot in Fire, which is a trick that if you have the long shot, you stand in a very specific spot. There's a setup for it. And then you hit the target on like the platform that usually you need Pierre to get to. You can forego setting Scarecrow. Which is a trick that's in most players' arsenal, I would believe. It's quite annoying to hit though sometimes.
Yeah, I would say all 4 of these players have the ability of doing it.
I would think that like
so
probably the top 100 players know this trick, at least. Like this game the entire community has gotten really competitive in recent years. It's like there's so many people remember back in like season 3, season 4. I think season 3 was season 4 was the last one for a while to feature top 32 runners. And then I think in season 4 we went to top 64 because there were so many people competing on a very high level that we kind of had to increase the available spots for the main tournament to 64. And now we're like dialing it back, I suppose.
Yeah. And
At
honestly,
I
feel like dialing it back this season is not a bad thing. It's I think it definitely brings more competition. I think it was a change that was necessary. And I mean, even then, like if you look at like potential Challenge Cup runners, you're looking at that and you're like, oh my god, like there's gonna be like the competition in Challenge Cup is also very high.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be looking at runners who were previous top 64 last year, could potentially be top 32 this year, or just the quals just didn't go their way, and you're like, oh my goodness, like this Challenge Cup's gonna be insane. Not that the previous weren't. Mr. Challenge Cup winner, Daredevil.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
although I think if we stick to the top 32 for main tournament or win Challenge Cup ever again, because like everyone else is like, I can't keep up with the grind. A lot of people know that, and top 32 as opposed to the top 64. But also it pushes half of the runners that would be main tournament. Oh, that's the Zoro tunic, by the way. It pushes all of those runners down into Challenge Cup, which makes the Challenge Cup like 50% better, like the overall skill level in Challenge Cup. So there's like, I'm not gonna win anything anymore, but that's fine.
Okay, that Zoro tunic throws my theory out of the
It does,
water.
yeah. That's why I thought I'd mention it. That Zoro tunic means that Central Pillar is not wallet locked. So yeah, there goes your theory. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
But like fortunately for the runners, because like Water Temple is not really something I want to do.
No, I mean it still could just be in water, but that's just not the logic. That just means that lights are in Jabu beyond Boomerang. So Boomerang,
I mean, they have to be beyond Boomerang because everything else in Jabu is rank locked.
Yes, exactly. I'm the only thing I could think of that could make that path somewhat worse is if irons are the item in Jabu and then you gotta go do water.
Yeah.
At this point,
I mean, at least it's then obvious, right? It could also be
Yeah.
GTG for... No, wait. Toilet was toilet a key or was it an item?
it's an item, and it's dead.
Okay, so then it's not the iron boot. The iron boots are also the bottom of Zora's fountain got hinted, and it's pretty. I'm pretty sure it's nothing as well. So it's like the only thing it would be required for is water temple at this point.
Yeah,
Which is like it's annoying because you have to deal with it, but at least you know where your stuff is.
also I'd
J-Bone
like
is
to
on
point out
27. Yeah, go ahead.
Bulk being our front runner currently for skulls. I mean, at 32 and Ryukane's at 31. ATZ's at 10.
Yeah. I think that's a problem.
I don't think it's a problem. I think that's fine. There's nothing on 10. There's nothing on 20.
Oh wait, no, ATZ has
Yeah.
strength 2. So that's why
Yeah.
he's not collecting them anymore. He's like, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Unless, but like, I don't think there's anything on OGC Fairy now. So what's J-Bone gonna do next? He's currently ahead in terms of progression by like a couple minutes here. Both Volk and Ryukane... Well, actually, all of them are pretty close in Shadow here.
Yeah. I mean, Deku could just have your boomerang because it's also a bridge dungeon that was directly hinted.
Oh, damn.
So, boomerang could just
yeah,
be in
Deku, of course.
and that would just push. That would put all of our runners into go mode.
Yep.
Some of them will still need to get a couple of skulls. That would just mean if that's the case, then ATZ would be the first one that could just go rush dungeons. But I mean, with 2 runners already 30 plus skulls, like those last couple of skulls, especially with some dungeons left to do, are gonna come very quickly. It's just when are you gonna go turn the 40 skulls in?
How long does it take to kill a skull and pick up the token in seconds? What would you say?
Say
One
about,
token.
if you're not going out of your way, I'd say about 5 to 7 seconds.
Let's just assume 5. If you don't collect 30 skulls over everyone else, then you save 30 times 2, 150 seconds. That is 2.5 minutes of pure time save. That should be 20.
Whereas, like, if you're getting like bug skulls, that number
that takes a little bit longer, of course.
Yeah. So like the more skulls that are required, the more time it's going to cost per skull, because you're not just going to get the easy skulls. You're going to get skulls along your route.
Yeah, exactly. Two people chilling on the boat.
It's still kind of crazy to me that we are 125 in and pretty much just boomerang from go.
Yep. Well, light arrows. Deku to Bane. What?
Is it?
Really? Are you sure?
Are you serious? I didn't see that.
And that path is that means that Rang is in here. Then light arrows are on Jabu. The scene has been solved. We're in go mode. Jesus.
No way. Okay, yeah. So we got 2 Bane hints. So yeah, that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Yep.
Maybe it's boomerang.
I mean, what else would it be? It could be iron boots to go into iron to get your rank there, maybe. But we're not looking at many more items. We have most of them.
Double wow, double bang. All like attention has been completely shifted onto J-Bone's screen for me. I'm like, okay, you guys are in shadow. I don't care about that anymore.
Seen shadow. I wonder what J-Bone's thinking right now. Like, on restream, he's ahead. it seems.
Yeah.
On first glance. So it's like, does he feel ahead or does he feel
He probably
behind?
doesn't. I don't know.
You
how
never
many
feel
schools
ahead, right? Like,
Oh yeah, you never do. Like unless you're hitting the goddess of god routes, you never feel ahead.
I
Thing
think
is like
I felt
even
ahead like a couple of times in my life, but it
Jay's
was never
on
true.
30.
30.
So still 10 more skulls, or needs to go to Hyrule Field.
It's gonna get 2 more in the basement of Deku. If you get the Rang in the basement, then you can.
Yeah.
You could even get 1 more, but that one's really slow. You don't want to do that.
I mean, you just get Boomerang, which is probably right there. Then you could also get all the skulls in Jabu.
Yeah. You can get. And by extension, Zora's Fountain with the Rang. This should be
And
the Rang
there it
then.
is.
Yeah.
Yep. So
That's the banana.
that's our go mode.
Yep.
Now it's just going to be a rush to the finish for
Oh,
our
ATZ
runners.
is struggling. ATZ got squeezed. Come on, you can do it. Okay. Both of them killing Bongo almost at the same time.
Yeah.
Both ATZ and Ryuken.
Yeah, at this, and that rings pretty much like, even if you're like go moding Deku for whatever reason you may be, like it's almost impossible to miss that big chest.
Yeah,
so
you will see that.
Yeah, so the good thing for ATZ is he doesn't have to collect those extra skulls to get his. He could just, as soon as he gets that boomerang, he's just go. Ryuken, Bulk, and J-Bone, all of them are going to have to go get some more skulls, though Ryu and Bulk are very close to their 40, so I don't think that's going to hinder them much. And looking at the progress between all 4 of the runners, where ATZ has that advantage of that second strength, it hasn't really hindered these other runners too much, just collecting those extra skulls.
Yeah.
Though, as you mentioned earlier, like, ATZ not being able to use those items to his advantage early on definitely put a hinder because of his route, but it is what it is.
Will he full clear Spirit?
I think you probably go Deku here for ATZ.
Yeah. Okay, that's the prelude. That's the prelude. So I do Deku first.
Yeah,
Like,
you do that. Hope you get Boomerang, and I mean he doesn't have that Bane hint, and if he does get the Bane hint, cool. But if he doesn't, he just has Boomerang and he knows he's in go.
Yeah. There's still like we're talking about go mode 1 hour and 30 minutes in, but we still have to watch these runners do at least 2 more dungeons.
Yeah.
Because there's still Spirit left. So you can go mode Spirit. If you can go mode Spirit, it's incredibly quick. And we're still gonna see Jabu, the rest of Jabu, which we've also already seen like roughly half of. So I wanna say. Like carrying up the princess is like how much would you say off Spirit is that? Of Jabu is that?
I mean, I'd say they're around like the 40% mark, just to be devil's advocate
it's
here.
like half sounds a bit.
Yeah.
Because there's like a lot of fighting you still have to do.
I in my head, I tell myself when I hit that final tentacle and open up the little portal, that's where I tell myself I'm at the halfway mark.
Yeah, like about like somewhere in between carrying up the princess to the top floor and killing their tentacles, like at the halfway point.
Yeah.
Jabu always feels longer than it actually is, I feel. But also, the later you do a dungeon, the longer it feels in general.
Yeah.
The later into a seed. It's like Shadow can feel like half an hour. $34 for J-Bone.
Yeah, it's not too bad. And then he's going to go over to Jabu, and in Jabu, I don't think he
Jabu
did.
has, I think, you can grab 4 in Jabu, right?
And then
4, and then
one
one more in
outside.
Fountain with the Boomerang is 5, and if you haven't gotten this one at the bottom here, that's 6. And that's all you need. I think he's at 34, right? So you should be good here. You could also, if you haven't yet, you can go into CAC at nighttime to get your 40th skull there, because the strength is an item you need to go get as adult anyway. Get the last skull in CAC.
Yeah, so Bulk is officially in no mode. J-Bone is in no mode. This will put Ryu in no mode.
This bow in Shadow really saved a couple people.
Oh yeah,
because like you can't avoid Hyrule Field entirely if you collect the skulls.
that's 37 for Ryu Kane. It's a really nice B1 setup. I haven't seen that one before.
I looked away. Like I looked at Jaybo's stream the exact moment that he did that. There seems to be a new setup in the hood. People are trying a new strat.
Alright, and that is no mode for ATZ. So, light arrows are hinted in Jabu.
I mean, it could still be Iron Boots for light arrows in water, question mark.
That'd be hilarious.
It's like the seed just like tries to squeeze out as much playtime as possible from these runners. It's like that would be the worst thing to find. But at least it has to be behind an item that we still have to unlock, so it's not in a location that's available right now.
Yeah, and with
so
that
it can't be Phantom Ganon.
Yeah, with that Zora Tunic, we know for sure
it can't. Also, it cannot be GTG. Like I don't think we've seen GTG at all this seed.
No. Unfortunately, if you find yourself in GTG, the seed's not going your way.
Yep. Unfortunately not. So the rest of this is just execution, dungeon execution.
Oh yeah.
In particular.
And you do not want to go mode Jabu. Just get your checks.
I mean, it's hinted. You won't. It's hinted. And just in case you've missed it, there's a copy of the path to Evo's Bane right next to Jarboots. Unless you decide to skip that, you should be reminded. Like that's info we had really early on. It's like I think that was the first path that we ever got. I think it was in. Oh no, never mind. I'm just mixing it up with the Twin Rover hint. That one was really early on.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember seeing the first one at all. I was just trusting chat there. All right. Here's the first boomerang or the second boomerang check. Is this just light arrows?
Okay, it is. That is go mode.
Jay still needs to pick up the strength 2, and then we'll be in go mode. But that's
that's a handful of skulls.
Yeah, Jay's feeling good. He's like, all right, cool. We've got this done. We just gotta go grab some skulls, beat some dungeons. Exactly. Yeah, he's in no mode.
I don't think we need to introduce more modes to the game. Like he's in skull mode or something.
Skull mode.
Let's not start that. It's like things like Muggle mode are already confusing enough for newer players. It also requires you to fully understand. You have to have knowledge in 2 franchises instead of just 1. So everyone is gonna high five in Jabu here. ATZ's right behind everyone else.
Yep.
Open up. FBI open up. Wait.
What?
What?
Quad.
We had
Shadow.
Quad Shadow and Quad Jabu, and I think Quad Deku for a brief moment as well. Or like close to Quad
Yeah,
Deku.
Jay
It's
was
like,
done before we had all 4 on there.
yeah, but everyone is like everyone has been in the same place for like half an hour now, I feel. Also nice that the Forest Medallion is the last medallion that we
Still needs
the last
Spirit.
medallion that we had access to, kind of. Well, like Spirit, the one from Spirit too, but like the Forest. What I want to say is that the Forest Medallion does not matter at all. It's 2 songs that are just removed from the game. We're probably looking at Minuet here, but the other one was hinted.
Okay, so ATZ is technically going to be the first person on Restream in Go mode.
Yep. Once he
With
picks
this
his lights.
pickup.
I'm trying to think, like we said earlier that he saved 2.5 minutes, at least 2.5 minutes, probably more like 3 minutes, in terms of just like watching the cutscene and waiting for the skull to die and stuff.
Yeah.
So is Jay more than 3 minutes ahead of ATZ here in Jabu? I think it's close.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So they're basically, because Jay still has to collect. Well, no, actually, it's about how many more skulls Jay needs to collect.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like 1 or 2 more after this. I think this should be 38 if I counted correctly. Yeah,
That's 38. Okay, cool.
So there's 1 more in Fountain and then the last one in CAG. So it's actually.
Yeah, Jabu's insanely good for skulls. Like these are going to be the last couple of skulls for Ryu and for Volk.
Yeah. 38. 39. Oh, Jay already got the skull on CAG. Interesting. So there's one that he has to be creative about. Because like from this point on, nothing is on the way anymore. I mean, you could make it nighttime, walk to Graveyard real quick, grab 1 in Graveyard with the Rang, and then you got your 40th skull.
Did he get the nighttime one in Zora's Fountain already?
He's still missing 2 though. Jay is on 38.
There's
he needs
2
after
in Zora's
if he.
Fountain.
Yeah, but I think he already got the one near the fairy fountain. He might.
He didn't. This was his first dip into Jabu, so I
was
don't
it?
think.
Was
yeah.
it? Oh damn. Well then he can get those 2 and then he's good. It's like I don't remember who got the fairy fountain. There was something in the fairy fountain, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
Volk there was fire arrows.
Oh, the
Volk
fire
and
arrows, yeah. But
Ryu
Jay has the
came.
fire arrows, so he has been to the fountain as well.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh man.
According
I
to his
have
own
no
tracker, he has the fire arrows.
Okay. Never mind.
Or Jay is gonna do Child Spirit and get 2 skulls in Child Spirit while looking for the boss key. You could also do that. ATZ has been to Child Spirit already.
Yes.
So that's some time that he saves. Ryukane is a little bit further ahead in Jabu though. Okay, Jay's gonna get this one and then 1 in Child Spirit. Soft mound of soil. Or is it an amount of soft soil? Anyways.
Cool. So ATZ and Ryuken going to be entering Baronade around the same point.
Yep. We still have an entire Spirit Temple ahead of us. It's gonna be quick for those in Go mode, but it's still a Spirit Temple. The boss fight is really long. It's like I think that's actually the longest boss fight in the game. Correct me if I'm wrong. Even Wolf is faster than Turnrover, just because of the two phases.
Even if it isn't, technically, it definitely feels like it. Like
the first phase is so. The second phase is even faster than the first one. And also, I think Turnrover's first phase is the one that the most heavily relies on RNG, right? Because you're actually waiting for the pattern and for the movement.
I mean, you could argue Volv is the same way if you get Troll Hold, but
if
at the same time, there's ways around that. Whereas, like, if you just get Troll Rovered, like, constantly,
there's nothing you can do,
Yeah, not a single thing you could do. That is 40 for Jay.
Yep. And I think with that, he's already seen the other chest, so this small key is all he needs to just go get the skull, go get the strength from 40 skulls, and then go mode Spirit Temple. Have we seen the boss key in Spirit? I think wasn't someone in Spirit already? Well, like Child Spirit for sure, but I don't know about Adult Spirit. But like everyone did the dungeon in basically the same order, right? It's like a really linear seed, I suppose. Once you have the items, at least.
One thing to note is Ryuken doesn't have the hammer, and as we know,
not strats.
Yeah, well, he has BGS, so there's gonna be a bit of pausing.
Just equip the BGS, yeah. That's the second fastest you can kill Ganon.
Alright, that is Go mode for Ryu.
Getting their hands on Strength 2, or rather getting Strength 2 on their hands. I think that's... You can say both, I guess.
And this is where ATZ takes the lead.
Yep.
And this is all dependent on execution at this point.
Oh yeah, Ryuken has not been to Child Spirit, so Ryuken is checking Child Spirit now.
Ooh. Yeah, so this is where you see the difference in skull timing.
Yeah. This is what skipping 30 skulls allows you to do. Although it's just a couple seconds. They're just a couple seconds apart. Getting some health here, refilling magic. Knowing, like, a lot of the time knowing the contents of these parts is really helpful. Just know where we can get a little bit of health, explosives, or ammo. Me. This hookshot noise, man. I can't. Oh, that's how minuet is. Just saw that. I have to turn down the volume of J-Bone's stream because the music has a lot of high-pitched notes in it, and it... Oh god, it's really hard to do.
So, from ATZ to Bulk, there's about a minute 45-second difference.
That's
from
really not a lot.
Spirit, yeah.
Like all of these runners are within like 5 minutes of each other. Like from first to last, it's like 5 minutes max, I want to say. Yeah, there could be a lot of people who have all like been on a similar route. Like it feels like as long as you get your first couple items, the rest of the seed basically plays itself. With like how the hints and how the rest of the items are laid out and like how the dungeon order is essentially like fixed. So there could be there's going to be a lot of people being on the same route, although we don't know if they're slower or faster. So we could expect a sub 2 finish here for sure. If someone hit the actual god route. Well, I think that's no, maybe not. Maybe sub 2 is a little bit unrealistic. Because still like the rest of Spirit, Twin Rover and Ganon take too long. But like what play would you have to make in order to save like 5 more minutes off of what these runners accomplish? That's really tough.
You go Hyrule Field and you have ZL before going in the bottom of the well.
Yeah, that would make up for it, but is that enough? I'm not entirely sure
that's what pushed ATZ back, is having to go back to bottom of the well a second time.
The 2-trip bottom of the well was where he lost a lot of time that he had gained previously from just being able to find a lot of good items early on and skip 40 skulls entirely.
So this boss key could just be along the climb here.
I mean, it probably is at this point.
Yeah, I think with key logic, I think it has to be, actually. I think there's a key that's magic locked.
Yeah, ATZ doesn't have the boss key yet, and he's up here already, so the boss key is in one of the next 2 checks.
Well,
that's not it. No, that's a small chest, so it's the next check. Unless, like, because there's a lot of stuff going on the screen at once, unless ATZ has decided to, like, gamble on just climbing up to the top first, potentially getting the boss key, and not bothering.
Pretty sure this is it right here.
No, it's not.
Oh.
So ATZ actually did the thing and skipped it.
I mean, he's got long shot. Then it's gotta be magic locked on the second fire check.
Oh no! Yeah, the silver rupee room with the torches.
Which I think everybody else is gonna make that same decision just based on where they're currently at. So what ATZ is doing right here is fine. Just open up the statue here.
Yeah, you can just come back to the top end again with long shot.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh, did he not check any of these?
Interesting. Yeah, maybe he just... Oh, he didn't check anything in here. Well, we know it's not here because J-Bone doesn't have...
Yeah.
Where's the... J-Bone is up here without the boss key too. It's got to be the firelock check then. Yeah. It's the only place left. And everyone is gonna try to skip that. That's like the final kick in the balls right at the end of the seed. It's like, you thought you could save like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Or like a minute. Guess you didn't.
Like, the route that these runners took is optimal, and realistically, you kind of want to last locate that one there. But somebody who does end up like climbing all the way up in Child Spirit will probably get paid out here.
Yeah, but I feel like there's no real opportunity to actually climb that high in Spirit, because once you get the 2 checks in Child Spirit, like, you know where your strength 2 is. There's no point in going into Spirit, and if you have so many other things to do, that makes so much more sense, like following the other paths, doing more progression.
Yeah, the only reason why I do it personally is to save on magic.
Well, you can
Like,
just
when
get more magic.
Yeah, but yeah, I know what you mean. I just personally
Yeah.
like I've run into issues where I run out of magic and I just completely forget about it.
Yeah, that's fair. This music is really intense.
There it is.
All right. Yep. Just as we already had figured out.
J-Bone really caught up here with going here earlier.
Yeah.
So the good thing is
Oh, Volk is doing it backwards.
that's also smart, yeah. I mean, yeah, you're using an extra key.
Yeah, but does it matter? If you have enough keys, it legit doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What was the second chest in Child Spirit? Was that a key also, or was that something else?
So, hold on 1 second, I'm sorry.
Because, like, the one thing you don't want to do is waste your key going backwards here, and then you don't have enough keys to go to the top without going back to Child Spirit. I don't think anyone is going to do that. I'm pretty sure there was one. I have not seen it.
Sorry
And
about
we
that.
got our first finisher. Someone actually struck gold.
Ooh, Netherian, and I will say, Netherian needed that. Netherian needed a really good score to potentially put them into the top 32. It's still not guaranteed, but they needed to get rid of a 782 score, and getting first place here is going to become their top score.
Yep. GG's.
GG's.
That's double, almost triple Twin Rover.
The Netherian really needed that. 6 points above 32nd. That's
Everyone
amazing.
is on Twin Rover. Is that called Octa Rover now? Because it's 8.
Oh my goodness.
It's 8 witches on screen at once. Insane how close these runners are.
Yeah.
With like how wildly different their early game was. Like everyone was in a different place. It felt like. And then they all converged into doing the same dungeons at roughly the same time. And now we're all on the same boss. And they're gonna be holding hands for a little bit longer until we've beaten the final boss of this game. So they're gonna be like a couple of seconds or maybe minutes apart. It's crazy.
Wait, so Netherian, you did 40 skulls and got first. That's very impressive. Considering there was a second strength in Hyrule Field. That's very impressive. Alright, ATZ is going to be the first one on the climb in Ganon's Castle for us today. Well, not including Netherian.
Yeah, the first one that we are actually seeing with our eyes on restream. Yeah. I mean, being aggressive with skulls early on, especially if it's a strength, is like, it's kind of risky. So I guess like you risked it and you were rewarded for it. It's awesome.
Thanks for 3 months. I like whales. Do I like whales?
Like if that other strength upgrade was easier to find, then that would have not worked out. Thankfully it did though.
Or if OG Sea Fairy had something. Thank God we didn't see that today.
Yeah, no. It's like sometimes this game can be nice. Sometimes. Also, I guess a sub 2 finish was actually possible.
I don't
I
want
would
to jinx
assume-
it. We haven't had another finisher. It might be the only sub 2.
Yeah. We still got 1.5 minutes left. The suspense.
Yeah.
It's also why the Rainbow Bridge is classified as a suspension bridge. Because can you feel the suspense? That's like an old comic strip that I find really funny.
Well, the good thing is our runners have BGS. Makes it
That is
very nice.
That's an item that's really hard to miss. Also, like, hold on, no, Ryuken is the only person who does not have the hammer, but you can rely on the sword. They are neck and neck, man. Incredible racing from all of these runners. It's like, it goes to show that how, like, close everyone is in terms of skill. We like ourselves some close races, don't we?
Oh, absolutely.
Also, this was a really quick seed, so there's so much left of the rest of the night. And that's Yo-Yo Karina finishing second place with a time of 2 hours and 17 seconds. Barely missing out on that sub 2. Still a really good finish.
Congratulations, Netherium, being the only sub 2. We didn't think this one was possible.
Well, like, it was close to being possible from our perspective. But people just sneaking in on the last qual. Just shaking up the results a bit. The standings.
Yeah, Yo-Yo has potential to jump up. I don't think it's not enough to make top 32 though. So it's still going, I believe they're still going to have a very good Challenge Cup seed, but I don't think it's enough for top
I mean, there's
32
still
here.
some people opting out.
That is also true.
So some people get pushed upwards by a couple places. Probably. That jingle when Ganondorf transformed, it was good. Oh, that's a really good song on Ganon. That actually fits the Christmas season quite well. I love Freeze's Peak, man. Banjo-Kazooie is such a great soundtrack. Yo, Vulcan Ryuken killing Ganondorf at almost the exact frame. That's insane.
Yeah, there will be a chance for a.
This is insane, man. How is everyone? How was everyone within like a couple seconds of each other for like they were all really close. Like it feels like they were a lot further spread apart, and then they moved even closer together, like across the last couple minutes.
So yeah, Sponge and Exodus finishing in third and fourth, 2 seconds apart.
Oh god.
And
Cola's like 8 seconds later.
Yeah.
And now these are gonna finish within like 10 seconds of this is insane.
Yes.
This is freaking insanity, bro. Wow.
There it is, GG's for ATZ with a final time of 2:03.29, finishing in 7th place.
Hold on. He got sniped by Say like 6 seconds earlier. That rounds out the top 7. ATZ rounds out the top 7 here.
Yo, Jay, welcome in, GG's.
GG's.
Well, I thought I was gonna finish a little better than that place-wise. Everyone comes in at the same time.
Dude, everyone is finishing up.
Would you like to know where another strength 2 is?
Yeah, because that's the logic, obviously.
It's in Open Grotto.
Okay. Was I the only one who got 40?
No.
Actually, there was one person on Restream not getting 40. There was ATZ. All the others got 40 scores.
I was in a dilemma because I'm like, there's very few places the logic can be, and if it's strength, getting 40 is probably a mistake. But well, I thought if it's a bow, better than that then, yeah, I'm screwed if I go look for that and stop doing skulls. So, oh well. I mean, I just played a little safe because it was a quad. Obviously, I was avoiding shadow because I only had one chew, and if I screw up that trick, then I'm in trouble. So, was I the only one who got 40? I knew there was a big chest in Goron City, so I just went up there. And then, yeah, I mean, all those little extra safe plays, like dipping Jabu that first time is what cost me winning this, but
still,
not really.
Like, I mean,
didn't really play to win.
Yeah, I mean, all 4 of you were in Jabu at pretty much the same point, and it was still so competitive between the 4 of you.
I mean, it looks like you just
we were like within less than 2 minutes of each other right at the end.
That's actually, I don't know if we've ever had a restream that close before between 4 people.
I don't think I have ever seen one. That's fantastic.
Well, at least it's entertaining for everyone then.
No, it was really interesting because ATZ got that strength very early. We were questioning why they went down into they were doing South Hyrule Field checks, and then they pulled a bow and a strength, and we were like popping off.
Yeah,
we were like, "Who's gonna? When do you actually?"
We can ask him now. Yeah. Welcome in, ATZ. GG's.
Yo, thank you.
So you were the only one on Restream to get the strength 2 in Open Grotto, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that super early, like 20 minutes in or something.
Chance to route it.
Yeah. It was kind of hard to route this seed. Like, I've actually gotten owned by those grottos in Hyrule Field multiple times in the qualifiers. So this time I was like, okay, I have these chews. I'll just save scum all of Hyrule Field and get back to Lost Woods by doing that. But then I just found
the wall of fucking stuff. Hyrule Field, or the quals of Hyrule Field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was in a scenario where, like, I knew if it's a strength that's open, and I was pretty sure Open Grotto is my only logical check it could be. And I'm like, if it's a bow, though, I'm in trouble. If it's a strength, I'm in trouble for doing 40, so it's a lose-lose. I might as well just keep going.
Yeah.
I guess Fire is the other place. No, Fire wasn't open. But yeah.
Yeah, no, it was so insanely competitive between the 4 on Restream. Like, the fact that everybody finished so quickly just tells you, like, the entire time we're timing, like, the difference between the skulls. The only thing is like, ATZ, like, you getting that strength on Open Grotto and the bow, we were like, okay, that's huge. Those are 2 items. Then another bow just shows up in Shadow. but also when you first dipped bottom of the well, you didn't have ZL, and all 3 of those keys are ZL locked, and you were holding off on using those last 2 bomb chews for DC. So you weren't able to get the first logical bomb bag inside of bottom of the well because it was straight up ZL locked.
Yeah, well, luckily there was a chest in there that I peeked, and I knew that it was like a big chest, and also it was just double path hinted. So when I realized I was locked, I was just like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go adult and look for ZL and come back like as soon as possible, because I feel like that would just be a really bad play to not do that. So yeah, I don't know. I actually can't believe like how close I was in this race, because I feel like a lot of things went really bad for me, but I guess it was the strength in open grotto that was the difference maker. I don't really know. Like I 100%ed child.
I mean, I 100% child more or less too. I played super safe because I just wanted to score, so I didn't really care about winning it. But so you dipped well in child 1?
No, I dipped well in child 2, I believe. I had a pretty long child 2, if I remember correctly. But I went there after I got like all of the available songs in the early part of adult and then child. So I went there without ZL, and then
Gotcha.
And then I went in there and got like multiple items, but I saw the big chest, so I went back.
Yeah, I climbed the mountain in child 1, so I got that hook shot and got ZL, or in adult 1, sorry.
You climbed the mountain. That's wild.
Well, I was gonna scum the choose, like, if it really went south, but then hook shot showed up, and then ZL, I'm like, alright, time to go child.
That's funny. Wow. I can't imagine ever climbing the volcano. That's crazy.
Sorry, I went through like the Goron with the chew. I didn't climb all the way. But yeah, just I wanted to find ZL before going child, so I figured going to Lost Woods and was just better.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked out, I guess. Did you? So I guess you didn't get the bomb bag and compose a grave either then.
I got it really late.
Okay.
Like right before I went back to the well for my second trip. I had ZL, so I was like, well, I'll go check Composer, because we were hunting Nocturne, or at least I was. So gotcha. I went there and I got it from there, yeah.
Well, quick seed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice seed, actually. Again, I'm confused, like, how I was this close. I did not think I played well.
I mean, my 40 skulls are pretty slow, because I was doing bug skulls and things like that.
Okay. Wait, you did 40?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of crazy then.
Everyone on Restream did 40 except for you.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So that makes sense then. Like, that made up for all the extra garbage that I did everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Netherian, who got first, also did 40, which is just kind of mind-blowing.
Really? Wow.
I mean, his time I get with if I don't do that Jabu dip early and I don't try to find a bow before going into Shadow.
Yeah, the Jabu dip made sense, though. You didn't have that second Bane hint where, by the way, I think you were the first person in Deku and you got that Bane hint, the Deku to Bane.
Yeah.
Nobody else on Restream got that, I don't think. So,
and then that's when I said go mode and just
yeah,
said, well, I'm getting 40 at this point.
I had a Jabu to Bane pretty early.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly where I got it, but
yeah.
It was in that child 1 route, but the right next to Deku, there was a Deku to path to Evil Bane, and that's what told me go mode.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my route kind of just worked out at that point, because I knew Jabu Bane, and like at the end of the seed, I just had Rang. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm done. I would have saved a lot of time, I think, if I did a different route in Spirit, though. Like, I got really unlucky, and I tried to rush the ending and hope that boss key was on the way. But I ended up just doing 100% of the dungeon. Just didn't get lucky.
The only one I didn't do was the adult hand. I like did the hallway and then went back and said, shit, I should have done that just because I'm here. And then it was locked. I said, fuck it, I'll just climb up and hope. But yeah, and then I just did sunblock after lowering the platform.
Yeah, every single person on Restream last located that boss key.
Okay, that's good at least.
Yeah, that one, Yeah.
I don't think there's a world in a Go mode Spirit you check that first.
No,
No,
unless you
too hard.
for some reason did child climb and you got that along child climb. That's the only other way I.
When you do
imagine
child climb in this
seed, not.
No. Netherian did child climb and got that boss case, so that spirit's probably
that saves
about
him
5
like
minutes
most of Adult
faster.
Spirit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that saves like probably close to 5 minutes. It's kind of crazy. Actually.
that's,
makes sense.
That's like the difference there.
That's the missing piece. We found it.
I mean, I wasn't expecting his finish, and then all the ones started flying in. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, Cinny, there was a strength in Open Grotto, but it seems that ATZ is the only one who found that.
Anyways, I'm gonna go play with my dog and try and tire her out. So thanks for the restream. I don't know if you're doing the tournament ATZ, but good luck there.
Yeah, thanks. You too, man.
GG's,
Later,
Jay.
everyone.
GG's.
Well, ATZ, your score solidifies you in top 32. Are you going to be participating?
I think so. Yeah,
That's pretty hype.
I think I will play.
Honestly, it's been a blast to see you come back and be able to also qualify. Because I believe you did the final 8 qualifiers, right? Is that...
Yeah, I decided to come back on like the day that I did my first qualifier, and it was the first standard seed that I've played since like season 4, like testing. So it's been
like
about 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like I've already won, to be honest with you. Like I don't care what happens in bracket now.
It's the
I-
comeback of the century, man.
Yeah, I just think the fact that I ended up making brackets is kind of wild for how long it's been since I've played. So I'm just happy about that. And like, you know what? If it doesn't go well for me in brackets, it's all good. Like, completely fine with that. So
Achievement unlocked already. But
yeah,
if I'm allowed to ask, what was it that pushed you back to competing in this game?
honestly, I have no idea. I was just like driving to work one day, and I was like, I kind of feel like playing Randomizer, and then I did. So
That's awesome.
I don't know. There was like no good reason behind it. It just happened.
That's good to have you back.
Thanks. Yeah, it's been fun so far.
Well, let's hope the fun keeps going.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna go get something to eat though. Thank you guys for the restream and everything.
GG's again.
Thank you. GG's.
Thank you. All right, GG's. See you guys at the tournament.
Absolutely.
Bye. There's
All right.
There's nothing left to talk about. The seed
Yeah.
the seed has been solved. It was quick. There's no questions asked. Like the only thing that maybe would have up for grabs was the other strength upgrade, but we found that really quickly. So like there's no open questions. The seed's just everything is done basically. So like I don't know if there's anything else you want to say because I'm good.
Nope. That's it for me, and I'll actually make it on time to work.
Let's go. Do you actually squeeze this in before work? You are a brave
Yeah.
man.
I was going to take the loss and show up late if I needed to. So
Well,
yeah, with that,
with that-
we'll pass it to Golden Devil.
Yeah. Thank you, Devin and Oak, for commentating. Again,
very
thank you
welcome.
to our 4 trackers, Tomotalk, Beth and Ainsley, Lady Draco, and Virgil Dante 100. And thank you to our 4 runners for willing to be restreamed in a stressful race, J-Bone, Ryukane, ATZ, and Folk. This is going to be it from ZSR until the new year. So thank you for watching, everyone. We'll be back with the Season 8 main tournament after the new year. And with that, we're going to go right over to Dante, who is restreaming a Link to the Past randomizer race. Thanks for watching, everyone, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Bye bye.
See you later.